Hey guys, it's Kim George here from Your Chic Geek, and I want to welcome you to a brand spanking new video. So in this video, we're going to be talking about a app that I think is really an amazing tool that you can use, and this goes for whether you're creating notebooks, journals, planners, and etc. for low content books to publish and sell on KDP, or if you're planning to do print on demand. So before we get off into this tool, I'd love for you guys that are here to like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. And then also for those of you that are looking for a list of different niches that you can create low content books with and sell, and ideas, I have a free swipe file that you can download and get below, as well as a free masterclass that kind of walks you through the 7-step framework that I use to sell epic low content books for passive income on Amazon. So both of those links are going to be below, but let's go ahead and let's dive off into this video. So really quickly, just wanted to introduce you guys to a tool that is really phenomenal, and I've been playing around with this thing, and it really is something else. And this tool is none other than Repr. So what is Repr? So Repr is a resource and a tool that you can use to create all kinds of patterns for almost everything, y'all. I mean, it is really an amazing tool, and I have been having a lot of fun with it, and I can really see the potential in using something like this, specifically when it comes to KDP and print on demand in general. I can see the potential in using this tool specifically when it comes to KDP and creating things that are definitely unique, that stand out, that will give you the best chance of having something that's just totally custom and that is yours. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at this tool, and then I'm going to show you how you can use this tool to create tons of patterns in minutes for your KDP books, so that you can have something, again, that is totally unique and totally custom. So let's go ahead and let's take a deeper dive in. Okay, so before we dive off into the back end of the tool, I wanted to go through really quickly just to kind of talk to you guys about some of the features that really excite me. So number one is the fact that you can use this for unlimited commercial use makes me super happy. You know, that's one of the things I know that a lot of us are encountering, specifically when it comes to KDP, where, you know, you're using kind of some of the images and things that other people may be using for their projects. Well, with this one, it kind of seems like, and just based on how I've used it and what I see, is that you really can create something custom. So it really does help with that. So it is for commercial use. You can use this for bitmap, and you can also use this for vectors. So for those of you that have vector editing software, you can get in there, you can change things up even more with this tool. It has 3D previews, which are really, really cool. I'm going to show you guys how to use that. You can export up to 35K by 35K pixels, which is insane. That's a really, really big quality image. They have unlimited collections of public domain images and images that you can use, but I'm not even going to get into the public domain. I'm going to show you guys how you can take patterns from from places like Creative Fabrica and create your own patterns based off of that pattern. It's just really cool. I have an auto sync and backup feature. You get access to new features, and then you get email support from the app's creators, which is really cool. So anytime you run into a problem, you can just shoot over and send an email to get that support. Now, what I really love is the pricing. The pricing is really affordable. So for those of you that are, you know, would like to use something like this for creating print-on-demand patterns and patterns for your KDP books, it's only going to run you $12.99 per month, or you can pay the yearly fee to get access to it. But I really do think this is totally well worth it. And let's go ahead and dive into the back end, and I'm going to show you what I mean. All right, so to get started with using the Repr app, what you're going to do is come over here to the right and click Start App. So what's going to happen is that it's going to bring up a collection of demos and things and patterns and things that you can kind of get started with to kind of test the platform out, to just kind of play around and, you know, look at different patterns and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go over to where it says view collection. And as you can see, this is going to bring up a collection of different stencils. And this is from an artist that was that made, so it should be public domain, and it should be good to go. But again, I'm not going to use these patterns to do any of the patterns that I wanted to show you guys today. I'm actually going to take something from Creative Fabrica that I've already downloaded and I've already uploaded to my PC to show you how you can actually take images and patterns from there and make your own patterns from it. Okay, so these are the patterns that have come up in the demo. And as you can see here, these are some pretty cool patterns, some pretty cool stencils. And like I said, you know, these are here for you to kind of play around with and get some inspiration and just kind of see what you can do and some of the things that you can create from these patterns. So you have this right here. You have the different grid options that you can do, that you can use to kind of look at the patterns and things in a different way. But what I wanted to do is I'm just going to go ahead and click on one of these patterns so we can actually start demoing it and just playing around with it just to see how cool this is. So for example, if you wanted to use this pattern as a basis for creating another kind of pattern with Repr, you're just going to click on this and this is going to bring this up. So to get started with using this and creating your own kind of pattern, what you can do is you can come over to some of the different effects. So if you click on this right here under effects, you can see that there's different color adjustments that you can make to it. So you can change the brightness, you can do things like that to make it different. You can actually change it to black and white. If that's something that you want to do, you can change the contrast, which is pretty cool. So that's awesome. They have a dual tone. You get a seam border. So you can actually add a border to this, and then you can actually change the width of the border, all of that. That's pretty cool. You can do a tile border if you want to, so on and so forth. So, but what I really love the most with this tool is going to be some of the effects that you can do. So let me go back over to pattern. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come over to the tiling is what I meant actually. So this is where things get really, really, really cool. So I'm going to click on this and you can see that based on this specific image right here, and this is just a part of this image. So you see that when you take this here and you move this around, you can move this into different areas of the image to actually create a pattern from this. Man, this is so cool. So you can actually increase the size here, right? And so if you wanted to, for example, move this around, you can do this. And man, this is really, really, really some cool stuff. So you can make this bigger, you can make this smaller. I mean, there's just so many different things that you can do. All right, so that's just an example there to show you how you can use this. And another thing you can do is you can actually change the tiling designs to create different effects on the actual pattern or the image that you have here and create the pattern from it. So what I'm going to do is show you guys some of the different tilings, and this is pretty cool stuff that you can do. So you have a facade tiling that you can use, you have a cross pattern or cross pattern tiling, you have a pyramid, which is cool, you have a honeycomb effect, a regular grid, octagon. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do in here. So for example, you have a zigzag, a playing card. I mean, man, this is pretty cool. So you have the seamed pin rows. I mean, man, there's just so many different things that you can do with this tool. So what I wanted to do now though is to show you that this is just based off of, again, this is just one tool here. So again, moving this around, but I'm going to show you guys some of the things that you can also do with uploading, of course, with your own image. So for example, if you didn't want to use any of the images that the Repr tool has in there, you can definitely upload your own image. So I'm going to go ahead and click change image, and then you can either go to my library, like I said, to upload images or find images that they have in here that you can create patterns from, or you can create your own pattern from an image that you've uploaded. I've actually uploaded this image from Creative Fabrica, which you guys know is one of my favorite places. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and then I'm going to start going through and just showing you guys just some of the things that you can do in here. So I'm going to click on tile. Actually, I'm going to click on surface, and then I'm going to go to 3D. So you have these different options that you can go to view the different, to view your pattern to see what it's going to come out to look like. So I'm going to go over here and look how pretty that is, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of play around with some of the different options here. So you have the honeycomb effect here. You have the rectangular grid, which is cool. You have the oblique grid. You have the octagon, the arabesque, just all these different things. I mean, this is just so fantastic. So for example, if I wanted to use high grid, I could do this, and this is what it would look like. And then what I even love about this is that, for example, if you can actually come down here to have this show you what this pattern could look like on different products. And this is going to be with the pro version for some of the different features or some of the different products that you can actually see. But what I want to do is I'm going to click on this, and then as you can see here, this is just one example of what this would look like on a cushion or a pillow. You can go here to scarf to take a look to see what it would look like if it was on a scarf. You could click on a sock to see what this would look like, and this is actually pretty cool. So that's what it would look like on a sock. You can click on a dress. This says what the dress could look like. All right, so you can click to see what it would look like on a mug, which this is actually really pretty. And then I'm going to come down here to notebook, because I know this is what the majority of us would probably use something like this for. And this is actually pretty cool. But like I said, you can actually just keep scrolling through here until you find a pattern or a design that really, really speaks to you and something that you could use for KDP. And look at that. I mean, this is just fantastic. Really fantastic. All right. So I just wanted to show you guys how cool this is as far as coming up with different patterns and things in minutes that you can use for different projects. Now, for example, if I'm satisfied with a pattern that I've created from an image, then what I can do is just easily export this. So when you get ready to export, you're happy with your design, you're just going to come over to export right here, and then I want to make sure that this is downloaded as a PNG file, and then I'm going to export this file. All right, so here's the PNG. It's a pretty large file, and I'm just going to do Repper pattern 1. I go to desktop, and please forgive my desktop because it is very junky. And so I'm going to let that finish exporting, and then I'm going to go over to Canva to look to see what this will look like on a notebook or a journal or etc. So I'll see you over there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and upload this pattern that I've downloaded from Repper over into Canva. So here's the image. So I'm going to go ahead and upload this here. So here is the pattern right here. So once it finishes doing its thing, we're going to go ahead and place this on a journal cover to see what it's going to look like. So here's the final pattern, which is actually pretty cool. I'm going to stretch this out, and then I'm going to stretch this out some more. And there is the actual journal cover. And so then from here, what you can do is you can just basically, put your labels and things on here. So I'm going to go here, and then I would, just put this here. All right. So I'm going to bring this in some more, and then I'm going to change this over, or this color, to one of the colors that is in this pattern. So I'm going to probably use this really pretty dark green color. And then from here, you can just start adding your text and so on and so forth. So here's a bit of text that we could add. And we're going to put this here. All right. Then I'm going to ungroup this. And then I'm going to change this. And then I'm just going to do something like my daily gratitude journal, maybe. All right. And so this is what this looks like. And then I'm going to change this from the black color to maybe one of the other colors in the pattern. So yeah, actually I like that. And then what I will probably do to make this stand out a little bit more is I'm going to put a border around this, so I could do something like this. And then I can actually change the border color from the black to maybe the yellow or something like that that's in the pattern. So there we go. Now we have, within a matter of minutes, created a gorgeous pattern that is totally custom that we are using on a journal that we're going to be adding to Amazon KDP. And then from here, of course, you create your interior and so on and so forth. So, but I've just found this very fascinating. I think that this is really a game changer, for creating patterns, for things like journals, notebooks, planners, etc. for KDP, or even just creating things for print on demand, period. Because I think with something like this, you definitely can stand a better chance of having something a little bit more custom and that is unique to you. So, but I just wanted to give you guys a little tutorial and show you guys how powerful a tool like this could be. I'm going to take this off. A tool like this could be for helping you create something that is super unique, that is super custom, and in minutes, instead of just doing everything from scratch. So for those of you that are interested in test driving this, you will get a free 14-day trial, I believe, of the Repr app. So I would definitely recommend heading over to check this out. I do have a link below. It is an affiliate link. So if you do decide to purchase, which I know I'm going to be using this, I will get a small commission from it. So I just want to be honest and transparent about that. But overall, I think this is a really, really great app. And I'm looking forward to using this for creating some different print-on-demand products, and then also for KDP as well. So let me know your thoughts about this. Is this something that you guys are going to take for a spin? Are you planning to use this? Have you already used this maybe, or etc.? So just let me know what you think. And thanks so much for watching. Take care and have a great day, y'all. Bye.